Hello, I'm going to talk about the SEC and how the records will be. This is just my predictions, or my predictions only. I want to start with the SEC East. I think the worst team in the SEC East will be Kentucky, and my prediction for them, they will go 4-8. Not really a surprise. They're not good. So I don't need to go into that. Number 6 is the Vandy. They're not good. They'll be 6-6. They're not good. Number 5 is Florida. Florida will go 6-6 as well. They're rebuilding too much. They lost too much. Whatever. But oh, I'm sorry. My number 14 will be South Carolina. South Carolina, to me, I don't know. They just look like they're a good, talented group of. Every team is talented. They reflect their coach. All that talent, but lazy. They would never win a championship with Steve. Number 3 is Tennessee. Tennessee is like some of the wild card in the SEC East. If they get hot in the right area, in the right part of the season, they don't have an easy schedule at all. They have a very hard schedule. I'll do that later on in my predictions for the week, upcoming games. But Tennessee is a very good team, and the reason I put them at number 3 is because of what I know about that team. How they played against the Alabama team from last year. And a lot of those people are coming back this year. So that's why I put them at number 3. Number 2 is Missouri. Because Missouri is always overlooked 2 straight years in a row. Always overlooked and end up winning the SEC East both years. So I have to put them number 2. But number 1, I'm sorry. I didn't do the record. I think South Carolina will go 7-5. Tennessee will go 7-5 as well. Missouri will go 9-3. Georgia, this is just my opinion. I'm an Alabama fan, guys. I think we'll beat Georgia in the SEC in that first game. Georgia go 10-2. I'm not going to say who they'll lose to, but one is going to be Alabama. That's what I believe. They'll be 10-2. They'll win the SEC East. But the SEC West is a complete difference in the SEC East. Reason being, to me, the SEC West is going to beat down on the SEC East. Number 7 on the SEC East West is I say Texas A&M. I'm sorry. I know they got a better defensive coordinator, but guess what? He doesn't play defense. He's just a coach. That's it. I'm sorry. He don't change a defense that was obliterated last year. You just can't change. I'm sorry. Maybe a couple of years, maybe 2 to 3, he'll change the defense that way. But I don't think that it'll change. Number 6, Arkansas. Arkansas was a good team last year. They just ran into better teams. Arkansas this year isn't as good as last year's Arkansas because they had that tough nose running game. If I'm not mistaken, I think they lost their running back. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that, guys. But I think they go 6-6 as well. Just overpowering other teams. As well. Number 5. See, the SEC West on the top end it's just so much better than the SEC East top end to me. And I keep saying it like this. It's just my opinion. You may have a better opinion. You may think the SEC West is overrated and whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I don't really care. It's just what I think. And I'm going to say what I think. Number 5 is Ole Miss. I just think Ole Miss can't really win without a quarterback. I don't know how the quarterback is. I don't know the quarterback right now. So it's a toss-up right now. Mississippi is the same way, 8-4. It's because of their defense, and their offense as well. They have that. Yes, they have him, but they don't have a running game anymore. They really have a passing game. Really, their defense was suspect last year. As you saw at the end of the year, they got just manhandled a lot. But they're gonna still be a good team. Number 3 is LSU. I don't know how to feel about LSU. Lost one of the best defense coordinators in the nation, John Chambers. They lost him last year. But Les Miles, he's a pretty good coach. He made some dumb calls. I mean, Les Miles made some dumb calls, man. But I mean, to me, the talent he has alone, don't even put in coaching and technique. Just the talent he has there should prepare them 9 wins easy. If not, see, number 3, 2, and 1 could change positions very easy because talent wise, it's not a big discrepancy in talent there. Number 1 and number 2 are the same team. See, I'm an Alabama fan, yes, but I respect Auburn. I respect other teams. I'm not like the other Alabama fans that don't respect the other team. I respect Auburn. They're going to be good this year. So, I mean, I could not pick Auburn over Alabama, but I could not pick Alabama over Auburn as well, being that it's May. I think they won't lose. See, Alabama has a tough road to go because we don't know. But the thing about it is, how many times do we have to say, I don't think Alabama will do this, and then the next year we win the championship? I don't think Alabama will do this, the next year we win the SEC championship. I mean, it's all because of Nick Saban. He's the best coach in college football to me. Urban Meyer is closing the gap. If the gap is not as wide as it was, but guys, Nick Saban is still the best. Because he has not 1 year has he not won less than 10 games. Not 1 year. After 2008, 7. After that year, he hasn't even seen 10 many times. And it's been, I can count on, it's not many losses really. But Auburn and Alabama, to me, I know what Auburn's going to do with their quarterback. Alabama is more of a, what will they do? What kind of weapons do we have in receiver? And I hate to say that because people keep saying we don't have receivers. Are you kidding me? Really? No. It wasn't that we didn't have receivers last year. It was just Amari Cooper was so overpowered, was so much better than any safety, corner, middle linebacker, anything you threw at him, you couldn't have a defense to defend him. And you see what he's doing in the NFL now. The dude is amazing. He's great. That's the best receiver I've ever seen in Alabama. The best receiver in Alabama history. See, Alabama has quarterback issues. Auburn doesn't have that. Auburn has the defensive issues. They say they have going to be better defensively. I'm sorry. I have to say this every time. Just because you get a new defense coordinator does not make you a better defensive team. Really, guys? You have to have the talent to match defensive teams, too. Alabama has had slumps off this year. I think this is just my opinion. Again, we're going to have the best defensive backfield. I'm not going to say the best. We're going to have a much better defensive backfield this year. Yes, they're going to be young, but I think talent-wise, they work their butts off. I mean, a couple of them are my friends that are on Facebook and whatnot. But we're going to have a pretty good backfield. Running game's going to be great. Offensive line's going to be good. Auburn's going to be good. So my record for both Alabama and Auburn, I'm just going to stop it like this. I'm going to say 11-0 for both teams. Because I can't say we're going to win. I got to see how we look going up into that game. If Alabama was like crap up to the Iron Bowl, then I'm going to have to pick Auburn over Alabama. If Alabama looks like the best team in the country, I'm going to pick Alabama. I'm not a fan of Alabama that I'm going to pick Alabama if we look crappy. No, I don't do that. I'm completely fair, and I give every team the same amount. And matter of fact, I'll talk about Alabama. I disrespect Alabama for any other team because I know what as a fan I expect more out of Alabama than anything. Because I'm sorry, it's not about Alabama. I'm sorry, it's about SEC records. But I think you'll have Georgia versus Auburn or Alabama in the title game. Georgia's gonna lose that game again. They can't beat Alabama or Auburn this year. They just look. Alabama and Auburn are the cream of the crop right now. I'm gonna throw LSU up there as well, but LSU, because of the coaching, because of his sporadic, dumb calls, I have to say he's gonna lose them one game because his dumb calls. But I'll be back again on Friday with my predictions for the weekend. I only do SEC matchups. I don't do no other conference. It's just what I prefer because I'm an Alabama fan. I'm an SEC fan. That doesn't mean I just think the SEC is better. You can say, "Oh, Alabama lost to blah 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 blah." I don't give a care. It's just my opinion. I don't tell you what to record. I mean, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, I mean, it's whatever. But I want people to give me some advice on what I should talk about next time because I'm going to start doing NBA as well and also NFL as well. So I'm going to go. I'm a sports guy. I like sports. I'm a gamer as well, but I'm not going to do gaming right now. Because right now, gaming is a tough thing to do right now, so I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to probably do it next year sometime, but I'm going to start. This is my first time doing this, so I'm not really nervous, but it's just my opinion what I'm going to do. Tell me how I did, Don't kill me on the comment. Don't kill the comment section. Don't please do be nice, guys, okay? My first time. I'll take all your comments into consideration. Don't offend me too much. Because if you offend me, I'm going to have to call you out. And you don't want that to happen. Thank you for tuning in again on Friday. We'll talk about the games coming up on Saturday. Alright, peace.